So, I'm going to get your little small something. You know, we ain't rich over here. We just do a little something.
Aww.
So, here you are.
Aww.
Oh, I turned on this light. Oops. Excellent.
What's this?
You know, just a little something. So, yeah, you know.
Aww. Talking about health here.
So, just to give you.
How'd you know there's a shortage on Lysol?
I don't know.
There is a permanent shortage on Lysol.
There is. Now, just to quickly go over each gift. So my favorite essential oil is lemongrass.
Okay.
And anything that has anything to do with lemon, the candle that's burning over there from Bath and Body Works, I believe is like sugared lemonade. I think that's the name of the flavor. And with this right here, I want all of my guests to leave with a piece of lemongrass. That's where this moisturizing body oil comes in, which as soon as I start using it, it's just really fire. And
I appreciate that. I'm all about good skincare too.
Yeah. And it just smells so great. And this right here isn't really lemon based, but I just figured I go to Bath and Body Works a lot. And
Japanese cherry blossom is always a good scent.
It's a good scent to go with. And plus I like the because to me, if I have a choice between like the spray or I don't know, like some kind of cream or something, I want that
sanitizer.
One. Yeah, I want the gel one every time. And then with this right here, like you said, there's a shortage.
There's a worldwide shortage on Lysol. This is going to be worth millions of dollars in a couple years.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. When Lysol really runs out, y'all, I'm going to have the last can.
I hear you. Although I would say Pittsburgh has come back around.
Yeah, no, our stocks are back up as far as cleaning supplies go.
Yeah. Everything's back around. But yeah, I just wanted you to have those things just to let you know that I appreciate you for coming. I appreciate you for blessing my platform with all of your wealth of information. And I think before we get out of here, I just want you to remind people about where they can find you at.
Oh, yes. Perfect. Was waiting for this interview. No, I'm joking. So you can find me on Instagram as of right now at iEatCleanMealPrep. I am working on my website. Hopefully I'm going to link up with one of the people you interviewed for that. I had one that I was working on and in the making, and the platform for it wasn't working out. So I decided not to launch it until I seek professional help, because I'm not a web designer and I'm not technological at all. I'm really old-fashioned. So you can find me on Instagram right now. I have my contact number and my email attached to that as well. So all you have to do is click on it to send me an email or shoot me a text message. Texts are probably better than calls, just because I never know if I'm in the kitchen or if I'm doing something, but I will always return the message. I will always follow up. You can always DM me as well. Mm-hmm. I do have my personal page too, but I always like to redirect people just to the business page, because I'm on there as far as like messaging goes a lot more.
Absolutely.
So pretty soon, hopefully people will physically be able to find me at a location, granted that I can find a kitchen space that I like. Over the kitchen spaces that I already kind of have lined up. But now, like I said, with the whole PPP thing and my business being supported by extra loan money, I think I want to go ahead for a full storefront and just go all out the way I really, really envision doing it this year.
And without spilling the beans too much, because I want to give respect to all the stuff that still has to play out before you can publicize it. But you don't have to necessarily say the areas, but do you have a couple areas in mind that you would be interested in opening up a kitchen or a storefront if the opportunity arose?
I'm not too particular.
Okay.
The URA wants my kitchen to be in the city of Pittsburgh, so that is a stipulation.
All right.
It's a stipulation to use my loan for that, but with the PPP, I don't have those same restrictions, so I may just use my PPP money for the actual storefront if I can't find one in Pittsburgh that's relatively affordable, which is hard. And I'm not running a full restaurant, so that's why I'm like, it's like one of those things I need to team up with somebody as a partner, because I'm not a full restaurant. I'm not going to be open 7 days a week. So where other restaurants can afford that rent because they make sales all week long, I'm only going to make sales either with special pop-up catering events or special pop-up cafes I want to do. Like I want to do cafe events if I do have a storefront. brunch, you know what I mean? Team up with different chefs, things like that. Like, I want to do something different outside of just preparing meals for the clients for lifestyle and stuff.
It's funny. I thought I was the man when somebody told me about Roots Natural Kitchen because at first they had the joint on Forbes in Oakland, but then they opened up the location. I guess I don't know if that's Bloomfield or Friendship, but they opened up that one. I was like, because I did a Uber Eats, I had to do a delivery, and I was like, oh, they got it here too. Like they're expanding now, so it's good to see because, like you say, like we can always get into specifically you're gonna look at stuff always a lot more critically than the average person. So you can be like, even that, oh, that's not clean, but still, at least if you're given healthier options overall, then people can have a basis to start with, and then on top of that, if they really need, you know what, but I like Roots, or I like this place right here, or I like this one meal at Hello Bistro, but I really need something to prepare me either for a bodybuilding competition or for something that's going to sustain me in a more permanent way, then they have you to be able to make the whole
other
puzzle.
Services, right? Right. So that's why I was like, hopefully, granted, I'll get a physical storefront soon, and I'll be able to, do those pop-up events where they can be like, oh, this food is really good. Oh, you do meal prep too? Oh, that I wouldn't mind eating stuff similar to this. You know what I mean? Things like that. Because when I do the cafe, it's gonna be clean. It's gonna be clean preparation still. Yeah. It's still the whole theme of this is eat clean. So it doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't mean you can't have pasta. It just needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be protein pasta. It needs to be whole wheat. It needs to be this or that.
Chickpeas.
It needs to be chickpea pasta. Yeah. It doesn't mean that it has to. You got to stay away from pasta the rest of your life. You just got to find substitutions.
Right.
And I just tell people, especially my training clients and even some of my hybrid clients, like, spend some time in the grocery store. Take your time. If you're going to do this yourself, take your time. Pay attention to what you're buying. Pay attention to what the seasonings say. Make sure there's not anything in there that you think is too excessive for your body to process digestively.
Or names of ingredients that you can't pronounce.
And there's going to be those names of those ingredients, but we're talking about when there's all ingredients you can't pronounce, and you're just like, I don't know what any of this is. Sure, I'll buy it. Everybody's raving about it. That's a problem.
Right. That's why even though I'm not perfect, but I will say, like, when I go to the East End Food Co-op, I go there sometimes.
They're so expensive.
Yeah, I go there, like, I don't even be thinking about how much I be spending. I just be jamming off the coconut water, and then they got the little the yogurt, the one I think it's called Six or whatever. But I look at the one that says like it'll say 4% milk fat, and then there's the one that says 0% milk fat. So like I'm starting, and you can tell there's a difference between if you're like eating Dannon or one of the name brands where it's all kind of like it's almost like juice, like it's like a smoothie. It's not really like yogurt. Whereas you look at the Sigs or whatever, it's like, no, this is real.
Yeah, it's
and
real
it's
stuff.
not as sugary, so it's different. So. Yeah, so
you get what you pay for.
Absolutely, and that's what's going to happen when they eat at
I Eat Clean.
I can't say it. I Eat Clean Meal Prep. I got it. But yeah, all right. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
This has been a very dope episode of the Devin Zoolander Show. So just remember to... Oh, could you sit up a little bit?
Sorry.
No, it was just a microphone. I ain't wanted to cut off your face. But anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, remember, stay moisturized and mind your business. And eat clean.